He thinks that black people are lesser people. Like, they're just to be used. They're not equals, is really what I get from it.
Yeah, I guess I see what you're saying. That's why it's like,
What do you mean?
okay
You see what you agree with that?
No, I see what... Welcome back, everyone. This is episode 18, Moose Knuckle Podcast. Steve, give them the website real quick.
Mooseknucklepodcast.wordpress.com.
I'd like to thank everyone who's listening. If you could, please, share it with a friend. What are you laughing at?
All three of them.
Oh, there's more than that. Not much more, but if you could, just tell somebody. We got a new person here because we're without Devin. I guess Brian's kind of a member now, too. He's not here, so we got another guy with us named Luke.
What up?
We work with Luke, so we're aware of the type of conversations we have. We thought he'd be a good addition.
Not very work appropriate generally.
Well, but we work when nobody else is, so
Yeah, fair enough.
But the first thing we're going to talk about today was Donald Sterling. I know some people may be... I guess we talked about sports a little bit, right? But
Well, you and Brian did, but...
Well, this is kind of more than a sports topic, really. I mean, he just so happens to be involved with sports, but it involves a little bit more into whether or not this is something that should really be able to happen in America.
Right. Yeah. That's what we were talking about on, was that Wednesday, Thursday? Doesn't matter.
Oh, you guys already talked about this?
A little bit. I was telling Luke that I think ultimately, in the long run, he'll win.
Well, I mean, it's. I'm not surprised I talked about it before because it's a super hot topic, but it just keeps evolving because Donald Sterling's a crazy old guy that keeps changing his mind about what he's going to do. I mean, literally, there was a 3-day period where he went, "I'm going to sue." Then the next day, okay, I'm not going to sue. And then the day after that, wait, I'm suing again. And this entire time, his wife, who apparently is super manipulative and really crafty, apparently, has actually already indemnified the NBA of any kind of damages. So effectively, even if Donald Sterling does win this lawsuit, he's just going to pay himself out of the money for selling the team.
Yeah.
Like, he's not even suing to block the sale of the team. He's just suing for damages and his reputation.
See, that's what I
well,
thought
he can't actually prevent the selling of the team.
Because he was pissed off that...
He's not getting unbanned for life.
Yeah, that the NBA did what it did when it happened.
All right, but if he's suing to get unbanned for life, wouldn't that effectively allow him to keep the team?
No, he's banned for. He can't even buy tickets.
He didn't get his whole due process, and he's pissed off about it.
Even though, really, in this case, due process doesn't apply to a private organization that has its own bylaws.
Well, what do you guys think about what actually happened there? Do you think he's a racist or?
Oh yeah, that's what I was telling Luke because I heard John Sally used to have a podcast, and I heard him talking about this years ago.
Well, Donald Sterling?
Yeah, he said the owner of the Clippers is one of the most racist. Yeah,
because you told me that too. This wasn't the first time it happened, but I'd never heard of him before.
Well, the thing is, apparently, like back in the 90s, he had like 3 or 4 civil lawsuits brought against him that he either won or he settled out of court. Now he probably won them because he has more money than NCAAP or whatever.
NAACP.
That one, yes. Sorry, I should know that.
You should know that.
I really should.
I know. Why do I know that?
I don't know.
For those that don't know, Luke's half black. Well, kind of black.
I'm black enough that I can check the box when it asks what race you are.
And watermelon.
No, actually, I don't like watermelon. I love fried chicken. Now everybody loves fried chicken. Shut your face.
I know.
But no, I guess he's got like housing complaints for discriminating based upon race for housing. His former manager of the Clippers, actually, Elgin Baylor, who's a All-Star Hall of Famer basketball player, was actually terminated outside of terms of his contract and was owed like $5 million, and I guess he's never been paid it.
Huh.
Oh, that's what I told Luke too. He's like the shit. I already forgot it. Oh, Al
Davis of the NBA.
Al Davis of NBA.
Sort of.
Just fucking bringing the Clippers down.
Well, he never brought the Clippers down, though. Al Davis actually murdered the Raiders because they were good at one point in time. The Clippers, by accident, have somehow become one of the best teams in the NBA. Like, because of just when David Stern was like, no, the Lakers can't get Chris Paul. We'll give Chris Paul to the Clippers for some really shitty players. And then all of a sudden, the Clippers actually, managed to get Doc Rivers, the former coach of the Celtics. Great coach. I mean, they've got a stacked team now, and give them a couple of years, and they'll probably be title contenders, if not next year already.
Yeah, could be, man. You guys know who Daniel Tosh is, right?
Yeah, Tosh Point yeah.
You guys think he's like the white version of, like at least face-wise, looks like Blake Griffin?
That's kind of a stretch. Blake Griffin's pretty white already. I mean, he's a redhead and has freckles.
But dude, just anyone listening, Google that. I think they look. What do you mean no?
No, they don't look like each other.
I do.
I'd tap Blake Griffin, or more like I'd let him hit me. But
I was going to say, seeing as he's like 7 feet tall,
but
I think he's banging you, not you banging him.
Not Daniel Tosh.
He doesn't look like him, or you wouldn't bang Daniel Tosh?
Either way, I don't think he looks like him, and I wouldn't do it.
Liar.
But no, I thought you were asking about whether, like, was it fucked up what he said or not.
Oh, well, I forget. What exactly did he say? He said he didn't want her to take pictures with black dudes.
His girlfriend or his mistress or whatever she is took a picture with Magic Johnson, and he told her...
Basically, what he said was, I don't care if you sleep with him. I don't care what you do with them in privacy. Just don't bring them to my games.
Yeah,
don't associate with them.
Meaning black people,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, they were on that topic.
But see, and then that gets the whole thing, like, I don't know, if I send you a text saying, like, oh, dude, what are you doing hanging out with black people? Like, we could laugh about it, and then, haha, it's no big deal. But if someone else sees it, then it's racist, or...
Well, no, I mean, honestly, there's a difference between the two. There's humoristic racism, which lots of people employ.
Was he doing that?
Not even close.
How do you know?
Because, dude, all right, the reason why is, first of all, he has a history of it. And, I mean, that's provable through his court history and everything. And secondly...
Maybe he's gotten caught joking around a couple times.
No.
Well, no, but here's what I heard somebody say. They're like, well, really, how racist is he if she's... Because she's part black, apparently.
Yeah, she's something.
She probably just sucks the D really well. Let's be honest here.
Well, no,
she's
but
not
then...
white, right?
She's half white, half Hispanic, I think.
But no, but
right,
the point
so there's
was...
that.
The point this guy was making was saying is, well, if he's ultimately okay with her banging him as long as nobody else knows about it, how racist is he really?
Well, I mean, part of the... He thinks that black people are lesser people. Like, they're just to be used. They're not equals, is really what I get from it.
Yeah, I guess I see what you're saying. That's why it's like,
What do you mean?
okay
You see where you agree with the head?
No, I see what...
God damn it, Hunter.
No, I see what you're saying, though, saying, like, why he would say...
Because...
You can bang them because essentially she's using them, just don't.
Slave owners just used slaves. I'm not saying that he sees them as slaves. He might, but I can't really attest to that either way. But he really put his final nail in the coffin when he went on CNN with the whitest reporter ever, and then basically spent, instead of actually apologizing, spent like 40 minutes trying to describe himself as somebody that's, very generous, has given back a lot to the community, and specifically said, as a white Jewish person, I've earned NAACP awards of humanity and things of that nature. And then he started decrying Magic Johnson as not being a good role model. And Magic Johnson, yes, he has HIV, and yes, he got that because he slept around.
Yeah, wasn't he trying to imply that he's sleeping around knowing he has HIV?
Well, he
just tried to tear him down, right?
Yeah, and he said, he doesn't give back to the community, things of that nature. And it's like, okay, look, if you want to use, there are definitely quite a few sports players that don't give back to the community and are not good examples of role models. I mean, there's tons of them in football. There's tons of them in basketball. Pretty much every sport.
Like every Mexican boxer ever.
Exactly. But
Magic Johnson is not one that you would want to use. The guy has a huge charity foundation that has generated, according to the stats, which granted could be a little skewed one way or another, apparently has created upwards of 10,000 jobs in impoverished communities. And
but see, I don't buy into that shit though, because it's like, just because it has his name on it, it's not like he's going out there and...
Right, but I mean, well, hold on. He's the one that does most of the financial backing for it. I mean, he's the one that got to start off the ground. It's like saying that Microsoft isn't Bill Gates.
Well, yeah, but all his charities and stuff like that, it's not like he's sitting there 9 to 5 doing the work at the charities, making sure.
Well, right. He hired people in place to make sure that it goes to a good cause.
My whole thing with this is like, if I say some, racially forward jokes or whatever about certain people, and anyone sees my text that I send to you, nobody's going to think twice about it. So you'd probably even laugh.
I'm not sure you're saying. Can you give us an example?
No, well, I just said Luke likes fried chicken.
Yeah, fair enough.
Everyone laughed. If he'd have said that, he'd have been in trouble.
Well, right, but it's also given the context. I mean, your tone of voice implies it as a joke, even though it is actually true that I do enjoy fried chicken, regardless of my race. But the tone of voice you convey a lot just with the way that you say things.
Yeah. There's a difference between Luke likes fried chicken
and don't bring black people.
No, and saying that.
I don't care if you fuck him, just don't bring him to my games.
Yeah.
But see, why are you saying it like he was mad?
He was mad. Did you listen to the tapes?
He sounded pissed off?
Yeah, he was legitimately upset with her for taking a picture with a prolific Hall of Famer. Like, that's the thing. It wasn't just some black guy. It was Magic Johnson. So
a guy who doesn't give back to the community.
Apparently.
I know I told Steve this before, but did I ever tell you guys I think he made up having HIV? That's why he's so rich now. Like, he got people to go into business with him, planning on him dying in like 2 years. And so they were just going to steal his money, but instead he robbed the shit out of them. I'm telling you. Like,
that is awful, dude.
Fucking brilliant thing.
But what if it was true, right?
That would be incredible.
How do you think Hunter got me to do the podcast?
I got a... All right, sorry about that. Technical difficulties.
Whoa.
But like I was saying is, so think about this. He was fairly well off, right? And he was like...
Wait, hold on. Before he started becoming rich, he had his basketball career.
All right.
And then I remember the Magic Show.
I forgot about that.
That was horrible. Like, he was the most...
Yeah, didn't he?
Illiterate sounding fucking...
Well, here's the thing.
Wasn't it on for like 2 years and Arsenio Hall was on like 34 times?
Well, if you were trying to save a show in the 90s and you needed somebody black, who would you pick? Either Chris Rock, Eddie Murphy, or Arsenio Hall, and they couldn't afford the first two.
Neither. They wouldn't be invited. I wouldn't...
Don't bring them to my games.
It's all right if they're backstage, but they're not allowed on camera.
But, no, I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty sure that this guy... has been of the opinion that people who aren't white, or potentially even white and Jewish, but just most likely white, are to a lesser degree of humanity. And I think the current situation is actually brought on by Alzheimer's, which apparently he has been diagnosed with.
So, see, it's not even his fault.
Well, right, but I mean, even at that point in time, it doesn't... Okay, first of all, it's his fault because he said it. Secondly, you're right. He can't be convicted of any crimes or anything like that because he'd be able to plead insanity. That doesn't mean that the NBA has to keep him around.
Oh, what about this? What if what I said about Magic Johnson is true and he knows it and he's trying to out crazy him? He's just saying super racist shit and then pretending he has Alzheimer's.
And then he's going to make a fuck ton of money off selling his team.
Exactly.
Well... Sort of.
He's going to bank off of this whole thing.
The thing is, actually, the family trust owns the Clippers, technically, and there are only two members of the family trust, him and his wife.
Right, so either way, they could be scamming
whoever
this whole
dies first,
thing.
the other person gets the money.
She's going to die. Watch. He's going to
No,
hire
she's
some
like-
black person to take her out.
I think she's like mid-50s.
No, he's not going to be like, I can't trust those brown people. I'm going to have to...
They can't do it right. Where's the white Jewish assassin when you need him?
I'll find a Jew that only went to a...
Just
like,
Shelley Sterling will be found dead body with the Star of David embedded in her head.
like a ninja star.
Yeah, just
Bong.
David and Goliath, bitch.
Oh, man.
I don't know. Actually, it's kind of interesting because I'm pretty sure, based upon what I've read, that the wife intentionally leaked the tapes.
Right, I
Because
remember you saying that.
she, basically, from what I've been able to piece together, whether or not Donald Sterling will admit to this or not, according to the assistant / fuck buddy / whatever, she was recording the conversations because Donald Sterling was having issues remembering them.
Right.
And she had been doing this for several years already. And I guess the wife, the estranged wife, sued the assistant 4 different pieces of property, including the tapes. And the tapes were transferred ownership, and then 4 days later, it came out on TMZ, this particular excerpt.
I bet you they wanted to sell the fucking team. This is how they did it.
Maybe. I mean, think about it.
How much are they going to get from
$2 billion?
$2 billion. Is there any team in the NBA valued at that much right now?
That was the thing I read.
As of right now, because if this sale goes through, no, technically this would be the highest valued at this very moment.
Right.
But once this sales goes through, it's going to revalue everything.
Right, but that's what I read something in Forbes. They were saying that the Clippers aren't really worth 1.9.
It's not even 1.9. It's just $2 billion flat.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Well,
they're not.
The graph I read, it had all the teams, and then Clippers were at the top at 1.9, and then it had them in order, and then it had what Forbes said their actual value was, which was like it was almost like each one was about 300 million less, and it slowly went.
Well, I mean, it makes, in all honesty, actually.
I think they valued the Bucks the least at like
the Bucks just
billion.
sold. Actually, the Bucks just sold for 550 million.
Yeah, that's what they valued.
So
them
that
about.
makes their purchase, like, it sold like probably 4 or 5 months ago. It makes their purchase look incredible because pretty much they just got at least a 30% return on their investment, because this is going to drag the value of every single NBA team up.
Right. No, I agree, but
His racism is changing the NBA as we know it. That's awesome.
And people saying, players say racist things all the time, or, it's blah, 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 why aren't they held to the same standards? Well, because it's the difference between the employer and the employee.
That dude in the NFL didn't get fired, though.
Are you talking about the receiver for the...
No, Incognito.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Rich Incognito.
Yeah, I don't...
Did you hear those tapes?
That was pretty fucked up.
Like, that was 10 times worse than what this dude said.
But see, here's the weird thing here's the weird thing I thought about that. Like, in a weird way, like, you're supposed to be buddies with your dudes on your team. I've said horrific shit like that to my buddies, like, not exactly like in the vein he did, but like
Not exactly in the vein. No, you've said some bad stuff under, but that guy literally was like just off the fucking deep end.
That was like one day me and Steve were working together, and I said I was gonna fuck the shit out of him when we were alone. You know what I mean? It's like
right, but
that's what I
And
mean.
nobody cares that you say that, but if you own the Clippers, then...
well, no, exactly. You own the Clippers. So you own the contracts to all these people that you think are less than human beings.
Right, but he didn't go on TV and say, fucking black people that can't come to my game.
That's because he's not that dumb.
Right. But that was in the...
The privacy of
if
his
we turn this off right now and I say some racist shit...
Right.
like you were before.
Right. And you couldn't be prosecuted criminally. You could, sir, shit, be sued.
Yeah, that's true. Because he's not being nothing.
He's not going to jail for
Right.
it.
Right.
There's no criminal case against him.
But it's like somebody coming and saying you got to give up your car because you said that racist shit to Luke.
Right. No, it's not. It's like you signed a contract with a dealership that, hey, you get to own this car as long as you're not a racist fucking asshole. Oh, wait, it came out to public that you're a racist fucking asshole. Sorry, you didn't want to be recorded, but now we got to take the car away.
But don't you think that's
Doesn't
what
that
I was saying?
infringe on his rights, though?
No, it doesn't. It's been proven time and time again that contracts, if you willingly and knowingly sign a contract, which, by the way, he helped write all the updates to the NBA's bylaws.
Right.
If you
but
sign
that's
that,
still-
it supersedes pretty much everything else.
So then they can like tap his phones and shit and be like, "Hey, look, sorry for tapping
If
your
he
phones.
signed the agreement
that wasn't
to it."
cool." But
No, but
you
that's
broke
what I
the
was
agreement
saying
you signed.
earlier about the why I think he probably will win in the long run is because he'll be able to make some argument that the tapes were released illegally.
It doesn't matter illegally because the NBA is going to base their case entirely on Donald Sterling further owning a team in the NBA is going to harm their image and cost them money.
Right,
that is the
right,
entire purpose that they're making him sell it.
Right, no, I get that, but I'm saying that's the argument his lawyers are going to make.
He can make that argument and it won't stand up because that's not why they're getting rid of him. Honestly, if they could sweep
Well,
this
it is
under the rug, they
because-
would.
No, that's what I'm saying. So basically, if he fights it long enough in court where people kind of forget about it, then, just moving on.
I think everybody's gonna fucking win. The NBA's gonna look great. What's his name? Who's
Adam Silver?
Yeah,
The
he's
new
gonna look
commissioner?
great because he
Yeah.
fucking put the hammer down, and NBA made a big deal about it, and they moved forward. and he's going to make a shit ton of money.
Didn't he say some bullshit in his like speech about having the courage or something to like stand up? And I'm like, what are you talking about?
I think he said
Patted
that
himself on the
prior,
back.
sort of. I think he actually was chastising himself. I don't remember the quote exactly, but he was actually the deputy commissioner for a lot of David Stern's tenure as
Right.
commissioner. So actually, he was around when Donald Sterling had the other issues as well, because Donald Sterling's owned the Clippers since 1981.
Right.
So he's been in the NBA for a fucking long time.
Oh, so he was saying like
they didn't have the courage to do it beforehand.
That makes sense because I was thinking, what courage, pussy, to standing up to an old racist? Fucking idiot.
Get off my lawn, you zipperhead. No, like,
I'm gonna go to a retirement home in the South and start taking out some old KKK.
you can't have this Confederate flag,
I
motherfucker.
have
I'm brave.
courage. I have the courage.
Yeah, like seriously, everybody's going to benefit from this whole entire thing. He's going to walk away from this, changing the NBA and how every team is valued.
Yeah. So instead of having $2 billion, he'll have $4 billion when he dies.
So wait, being a fucking racist asshole is going to get him even more rich than he already is.
Well, right.
And make all the other racist assholes that just haven't done it publicly that are owners even more rich too.
Even if he wasn't racist, though, I mean,
So hold on, I want to. Sorry to interrupt, but back to what you were saying is like you think this is part of the way to sell the team. So were you kind of trying to say that you think he created a controversy so people would feel like they had to step in, which would ultimately raise the price? Because if he was just trying to sell it whenever, it would go for less.
Probably, yeah.
I know.
The whole like bad publicity is still publicity kind of thing.
Right. But I'm saying by doing it with bad publicity, he creates a situation where people are like, "Oh, we got to do it." So then
Right.
if you create an immediacy, you drive up the price.
Right.
I don't think it was necessary that he drove up the price because of the immediacy. I think he drove up the price because of the interest in it and the groups that were wanting to buy it. I mean, because you had, before Steve Ballmer came forward and just said, hey, I'm going to drop $2 billion myself on this team, and I'll find some other people who pay me back later, and they'll be like co-owners. The highest bidder you actually had was a group headed by Oprah.
Right.
Just because it was kind of like a civil rights kind of thing where
Yeah,
it's like,
big
oh, we're going to have
fuck you to racism.
we're going to have another black owner. Because that's the other thing, is the only black owner in the NBA right now, it just happens to be Michael Jordan.
Oh, he had
What?
$1 billion. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did.
I thought he sold his interest though in the.
That was the Wizards. He owns the Bobcats.
Bobcats.
Yeah, I know. I thought he.
No, he's trying his hardest to make that team worth a damn,
Yeah.
and he's failing miserably.
Not letting white people come to the games.
Actually,
Well, it should be more like not letting them play. Maybe that would-
ironically enough, actually, he was often quoted for back in the 90s, I believe it was. He said, that he used to view white people as his enemy.
Oh yeah, I saw that online too. Them trying to make something out of it. I was like, drop it. He basically, if you look into it, he's basically saying, yeah, in the past he had the wrong outlook. He's saying that. Stop trying to make an issue where there isn't
Right.
one.
Like, I was wrong.
Yeah.
I've corrected my ways.
Yeah,
I'm a better person. You should call me racist. Thanks.
Yeah,
yeah.
buy my shoes. See, honestly, I think the correct action has been taken for this particular case, but I do think that we've become a little bit too sensitive to race in America and racism. And basically, the best example I can think of that is how Paula Deen was just driven straight into the shit when she said, "Yeah, 30 years ago I used the N-word." Paula Deen's like a 60-year-old white woman from the South. What the hell do you think she said 30 years ago?
Yeah, Hunter used that word like 2 days ago.
I'm not surprised. Hunter's an asshole.
2 days ago, you got bad
He
memory.
drove here.
Yeah.
Got cut off.
And it was an Asian. He didn't care.
Speaking of road rage, you're from LA. Have you ever got it like real bad?
I have it bad.
Do you?
Yeah.
Because I only got it one time where like I cut a guy off and I started to follow him like I'm gonna fuck this dude up. Like and then I was like, wait a minute, what am I doing? Because I followed him for like a good 10 minutes and was like,
Jesus.
what the fuck am I doing?
Oh, you mean road rage where you do some shit like that?
Yeah. Like
I won't alter my path to go.
I don't know if you could do that in LA. Like, the odds of you
Well,
getting
no.
shot increase every 30 feet you follow somebody.
No, in LA though, there'd be no following. You're at a dead standstill on the fucking highway. You just get out of your car and then start fighting.
Fuck you up whenever we get past this.
I've been following this asshole for a half hour. How far? 3 feet!
No,
No,
I have road rage pretty bad. Yeah, Jen fucking hates it. I I flip out a lot when I drive. Like I do some dumb
But that's
shit
what I'm
too.
saying.
where-
That's all you do, right? Like you yell,
yeah.
like because you don't.
I'll make it known to the people being assholes. Like we ever go to like Fred Meyer or any store or something, and I don't know what it is about people coming out of the store that think they can just like haul ass to their car and fuck everyone else driving. So I'll sit there and I'm like, I'll hit the brakes like fuck, and I'll do like.
What do you mean?
know-
They're walking?
Yeah, like they don't care.
Oh yeah.
Well,
I told you the other day I almost had to go yell at like some 40-year-old woman who was putting shit in her car and then just like push the
Oh, the
cart to
cart?
the side. I was like, bitch, it's 100 fucking feet in the other direction. Just push it over there. And I was like, no, just gonna. But
You
no,
gotta pick
see,
your fights.
what I'm saying is when you get road rage, you don't recut people off and stuff, right?
Oh yeah. No, I'll do that as long as we're still on the like going home. I mean, I got a long drive, and so you get people that do dumb shit all the time. Come fucking haul ass behind you, and
Well, I'm saying
and there's
that's-
nowhere for me to
when
go.
When I followed this dude, I cut him off on accident, right? And I was like, oh shit, sorry, and gave him the wave. And then he sped up and cut me off, and it pissed me off, so I recut him off. And then he did it to me again, and then we were stuck in traffic, and then I just followed him for like 10 minutes. And I was like, what the fuck am I doing?
See, that's the problem is neither one of you stepped down, so you just escalated a terrible situation in the first place.
Oh, yeah.
See, I've never personally had road rage, but I can always tell when, well, not always, but I can usually tell when people coming up behind me might have like road rage or they're speeding or something like that. And I'm that asshole that loves to exacerbate the situation.
Oh, that's what I
So
do
I will
now.
always like get into the passing lane and speed up just enough when I see somebody going like 90 or like,
So they can't
stupid
pass.
fast. And I'll just like get to the right angle so there's no room between me and the car that's in the other lane. And then just go the speed limit.
Yeah.
And
Steve,
I mean, it might
Steve
piss
yells
them
at
off,
you.
but let's be real here.
Well, it's like if they're doing it to me, if they're coming hauling ass behind me, I'll go slow next to another car on purpose to piss them off. But yeah, you do some shit like that to me, and I fucking wait till we get into an opening.
But see, that's what I'm talking about. You just said you did it, and then you get pissed when they
So
do it.
now you're a hypocrite. Like,
Well, no, it's like if you see someone fucking hauling ass behind you, and then they're getting pissed off, like as if I was doing that on purpose already. That's when I get upset.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
But if I'm just like, if I want to pass, and then fucking Luke,
no, like if the person comes up behind me normally and then just passes, whatever. But
Yeah.
if they're weaving in and out of traffic, and
Right.
I'm gonna take
Like
it
they
upon
wanna
myself
get
to
by.
try and like just contain this person,
Yeah.
because they're about to fucking hurt someone, most likely.
I don't look at it.
Hopefully themselves.
What if they're on a crotch rocket, though?
I probably wouldn't fuck with it then. I would let them do what they need to, just because once you're on a motorcycle, I don't want to hit people on bikes, and I just even if they're going like 90.
Well, no, I feel like
But
I
that's
don't
10
do it.
points.
Damn, that game
But no, I don't do it because I feel like that's part of the reason they have the bike.
is to go super fast.
Yeah, and like
Yeah.
weave in and out.
I mean, I had a shitty it wasn't even shitty. I just had a fucking 250R Kawasaki,
And
and
see you on a bike.
there's a reason why I don't have it anymore. I don't fit on crotch rockets at all.
Okay.
well, dude, that's like my mom's like friend growing up. Her husband, he's bigger than Luke, and he had like a legitimate crotch rocket.
I'm not that fat, by the way.
No, I mean like,
I'm just 6'2". That's all.
but I mean you're a decent sized dude for a crotch rocket, right? He's like,
a
he's,
homo dude or
well, no, I was in.
Want
That's,
to ride my crotch rocket?
that's next episode.
Oh, girl.
Oh shit!
I'm trying. I need to call AT&T. Yeah, I probably shouldn't say that unless I can get it to happen before this podcast goes up.
Well, it's not gonna be out for 2 weeks. So.
Okay, then I got 2 weeks to do this. I had a brilliant plan. I'm gonna make my phone number girl, AWWGURLE. So be like, hey, what's your phone number? I'll be like, girl. Be like, what? Fucking just dial girl.
I figured out too after you brought this up, I could get a GCI number that's Hunters, but it'd be Kodiak. Like it's the Kodiak prefix.
is it really?
Yeah, but it'd be 907 Hunters.
So the problem is, I would have to go to AT&T and get a phone number from fucking Homer, and then port it over to GCI. But I think it still might be worth it because fucking 907 girl.
Can't remember what Luke's phone number is, but I know how to spell it.
Oh, girl.
What the fuck were we talking about?
The crotch rockets.
Oh yeah, he's like 6'4", probably over 300 pounds, and he has one. I'm like,
Jesus Christ.
how do you even ride that? I
Well,
feel like
What?
smallest amount of wind would just rip you up and rip you off the bike and goodbye.
It's surprisingly not that windy actually on those bikes.
No, I'm talking about wind getting underneath him because he's up higher.
I suppose
Either way,
See, no, I mean, the only thing that terrifies me about bikes,
is other
people
people.
call me a pussy and everything like that, but it's like same kind of thing where people say like, oh, you're more likely to get in a car accident than you are a plane crash. And it's like, yeah, that's true, but if you fucking crash in a plane, you're probably going to die. Same kind of thing. You crash going 60 on a motorcycle.
I hate
As
that
opposed to-
argument too. People are like, oh, more, it's statistically safer to.
You're going to get hit by lightning. Better chance of
No,
getting
it's
hit by lightning.
statistically safer to what is it, drive or fly in a plane than it is drive a car. I'm like, okay, here's the difference. The engine dies in my car, I coast to a stop. Engine dies in the plane, we coast to a stop when we smash into the fucking earth.
And wait, what was it? You're going to give some dude a hand job or something like that, right?
No, I said if I think it's going down, my pants are coming down, I'm just going to start beating it. Whoever wants to join in, joins in.
All right, I'm sorry, guys. You're gonna have to get off the couch.
All right,
What?
hold on.
That's in the fucking back of it.
Oh, shit, we'll pause it. Pause. How do I pause it? All right, we're back again. Sorry about that. Luke lost some a cat in the
Couldn't
couch.
handle his pussy.
All right, look, cat owners out there know cats love to get into shit they're not supposed to be in. This one just happened to love to be in a couch. So
I'm not gonna lie, there was a good part at the end there where like you started busting out the food and no cat was coming out. I'm like, he's just drunk. There's no fucking cat in that.
and then the fucking cat comes out.
Yeah. Oh, but anyways, talking about bikes. No, I agree with Steve though, because I know a guy here in town. He wasn't riding a crotch rocket. He was riding a Harley, and he got in an accident, right? And he lost like one of his legs from the knee down because he
Yeah.
essentially got T-boned, right? But the fucked up part is they never found his foot, and he got in an accident in like the middle of an intersection.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I had a buddy
Jesus.
turn right. Like, light was red, so he slowed down to turn right and didn't stop all the way. I mean, who the fuck stops?
Hold on, is this in California?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he goes to turn right and he slows down, turns right, hits like some sand or something, and fucking lays it down. Scraped his whole side up. Like, had to go to the hospital. It was bandaged up for weeks, and it's like.
Was he wearing like all that bike shit though?
No, I think he just had like jeans and a shirt on. It's like, yeah, I mean.
Because I know other people too have put bikes down with the leathers on, and then all they get is like
A couple scrapes.
well, no, it is road rash, but it's like not so bad. They gotta go to the hospital and stuff,
But it's like, I mean, he couldn't have been going any more than like 15, 20 miles an hour, maybe.
No, you just need to carry the momentum through. It doesn't really matter how fast you're going.
I don't know. I'm just saying, this one little mess up on a bike, you could be fucked up. Compared to one little accident in a car, you could be just fine.
Plus, Steve can't put a helmet on, man. I mean,
Why can't you put a helmet on?
well, I mean, it's like hats. They probably make you go bald, and he can't afford that.
Oh.
I was thinking you should, like you said the other day, you can't Rogaine because it would be weird, like to just show up and you should
like a full fucking head of hair.
I think
You should do it, Steve. You should just start doing it. Just be like, go to the Bosley hair transplant shit or whatever.
Yeah.
that would be even worse.
No.
Because that's what I was saying. Like, you guys wouldn't notice it. One day you'd be like, "Hey, Steve's got a full head of hair."
Steve, I touch your hair enough. I'd notice it right away.
I
But
touch
see,
your hair
it would be so gradual. You would just one day probably like see a picture of me and be like, "Oh yeah, you were fucking really bad." And then, but see, like my family, that's what I was saying. My family who doesn't see me, if I went home and with a fucking full head of hair, they'd be like, "What the fuck did you do?"
¿Qué pasó?
But no, here's what you do: just act like you don't know what they're talking about.
Like
I don't speak Spanish.
Wait, what the fuck? No, I meant like with the hair thing. But well,
Like I've always
well
had
played,
it.
Luke. Well played. Oh man. Anyways, well, how much time do we got? Oh, we got 5. Should we get into one of these before?
Is there a shitty one?
Well, it's not going to be that long. The Feliz Navidad thing.
It's
Now that we're
pretty,
talking about Spanish,
yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, transitions, segways, which are really dumb vehicles.
I've never been on one.
Don't. You're not missing much.
Yeah, they're not great.
Only thing they were good for is making a fool out of Bush, even more so. I'm going to ride this. It's not turned on, splat.
Wait, so for something that is ridiculous to do and you're telling me not to do it, you both have done it?
Yeah.
No, I actually haven't, no.
Yeah, I did it. Where did I try one at? I was
Okay.
at,
Go figure the white guys try to segue.
Yeah, it's economical for commuting.
I was at some big mall in the lower 48 and they had one.
Really, they have a Segway at a mall? Are we that fucking lazy that it's like,
No,
welcome to this giant mall to buy stuff. Here's a free ride. You don't have to walk.
It will get to that point, but no, this was like when they first came out, and like they were, oh, try the Segway,
Advertising.
blah blah
Okay.
blah blah.
I do love those mall cops though on Segways. Like, who the fuck are you trying to intimidate? A 2-year-old? Oh my god, he's a robot.
No, I like the dudes that do tricks on them. Like it's the new thing to do tricks on them.
Extreme Segway.
and shit. 1 foot spins.
360 no scope. What does that even mean? I don't know. Kids say it these days.
See, 360 nose scope. So is that a plastic surgeon?
You have to apply it very carefully. Check this out. I'm going to 360 no scope it. Wait, what?
No way.
Well, no, that was like you guys remember those Razor scooters,
Yeah.
right?
They're still around.
No, yeah, I know they're around, but I don't know if it's
They're
in the
expensive
X
as
game. But they do have like little competitions for them now.
I bet you it probably is in the X Games. Because X Games is like, we need to branch out. Quick, what else is extreme? Motocross? In cars? All right, fuck it, put that in there. Dude, we started out with skateboard. I don't care, keep going. We need more.
Dude, I used to
was gonna
fuck my ankles
This
up
is
with those
definitely
things.
Steve. Get ready to toot toot. But I had one when I was a kid, right? And I had a BMX bike, you know, and I wasn't that good.
Nice.
I wasn't that good on it. I could, like wheelie and like spin the handlebars. That was about it. Bunny hop, shit like that. But I figured out on the Razor scooter how to essentially tail whip, so I could, spin around and land on it. And then I was like, oh, this is stupid. And then now they fucking do it. I should have just kept up with that shit.
Yeah.
I could have been like the Tony Hawk of Razor scooter.
Let's be real here, though. At some point in time, you would have fucked up and put your legs back down too soon, and you would have cut off your entire foot at your shin.
Oh,
Because
no,
those things are sharp as
No,
fuck.
no, I hacked the shit out of my ankles a bunch
Yeah.
of times learning to do it.
It's
That's why I
so
stopped doing
painful.
Yeah, no, it was. But see, here's the good thing is it's aluminum. If it
Aluminum?
was like steel, can you imagine that momentum? Like just the added weight, just it would taken me off. Little fucking skinny ankles, just mom.
That was actually one of the reasons why I could never get into skateboarding. I just felt like I had a lot more control with
Is
the
that what you
BMX
did when you
bike.
got hurt? When you got
No, that's what I would have
that
done.
was a little strange. Mom.
Oh, Hunty.
My little hunter, what game has wounded you?
I'm
Whoa.
supple on my titty.
My mom's not from 18th century fucking
Ew,
London.
Hey, Hunter.
I don't.
I'm here.
Where the fuck in the 18th century would somebody even talk like that? Hey, hunter.
I don't know.
Meh.
Well, when they talk like that, period.
Monty Python did it.
Your mom does
That's
it.
true.
Oh, high five.
And what's his name? Something Mantooth on
Oh,
Family Guy.
Mantooth. Yes, yes. Wait, no, not Mantooth. That's Mantooth is Anchorman.
Oh.
You're thinking of the underbite guy.
Big
Yeah,
jaw.
yeah.
Yeah.
And with that,
Yeah, I think that'll do it.
thank you for listening to what would be episode 18. Unless I'm wrong, just add or subtract at your leisure. Steve, give him the website, please.
Moose Knuckle Podcast.wordpress.com.
We only heard part of that.
Fuck you.
Thanks, buddy.
Ugly man genitals. Woo!
What?
That's what a moose knuckle is.
Oh, yeah. That's true. Well, no, mine's not ugly. Mine's beautiful.
Not when it's smashed up with a
Bullshit.
fucking wedgie. Ain't nothing's pretty about that.
Look, it's like...
It's
never
not
mind.
beautiful, no homo.
But
Lots of homo. It's ugly.
although that may not have been the best place for me to suggest you tell someone else about listening to this, I perfectly understand if you're embarrassed, but we would appreciate you trying to help us get more listeners.
And let's be real, y'all seen ugly dicks.
That's true.
I haven't.
We're out.